Hello everyone, joining me back here on Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. If you watch my last part, we saw the last little bit of Frank, and we have now moved on to Steven. It's not too clear, but it's starting to make more sense that I'm playing as these characters. But am I though? Because you're listening to them. I don't know. It's
completely dead. It won't start.
It's only a short walk to the camp. I think we should split up. You go and fetch Rachel. I'll go back to the village and find Evie.
I don't think we should split up.
I don't want to either, Charlie, but we've got to. I'll meet you back at my house later on, okay? We can talk properly then.
Why won't you tell me what happened?
No, actually, you should stay at the camp tonight. Come and find me in the morning. Bring Rachel back. She's going to need her mother.
Meg.
Just take care of her.
Meg!
What is it, Charlie?
I love you. I love you, Meg.
Just be careful, that's all.
I will, I promise. You as well. I'll see you later on.
I'm guessing that was her husband. If the earlier conversation was any indication, I'm pretty sure that's her husband. And their daughter Rachel is at some kind of camp. They were debating on whether to go get her. I guess now they're going to get her, or she's going to get her, or he's going to get her. I'm confused. That's okay. Keep going this way. More dead birds all over the place. Another map. I am there. The lighting is kind of, it's nice, but in a game like this, I think it hinders more than it helps, if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. It's in my eyes, the way my eyes work. Because I have migraine issues and it really hurts my eyes. But anyways, enough about my bullshit. Let's get on with the game. I hear a phone, or is it a phone? That's a phone. Like one of those cell phones. I find it hard to believe this little village has a whole shitload of cell phones. Mobile phones. See, now I'm walking slower. So. Confirmed even further. When you're inside of a building, you automatically walk slow. I will say this too. I am glad we found the run button. I don't like that it's R2, not only for the fact that it's such an awkward place to put a run button, and you have to hold it down, but that you have to hold down R2. R2 is used for a lot of things. It's a trigger. So you presumably press that a lot. And PlayStation 4 controllers are known to break with those buttons. So having to hold it down all the time.
But why on earth are you there? Why aren't you calling from home?
It's hard to explain. I'm having to move around to follow it. When it finds a suitable host, it begins to amplify. Sorry, I'm not making much sense.
They're talking about flu and a quarantine on the radio, but this... I know you're not that kind of doctor, but it all just sounds really weird.
We don't know exactly what it is yet, but it's got something to do with the other night.
Stephen, your face, the mark, do you think you're infected?
Ooh.
It's not a disease, Lizzie. It's something else. There's something Kate said about patterns. I can't grasp it clearly yet.
Okay, come over. Have some lunch. We can talk properly. Have you spoken with Kate?
Oh, she's locked herself in the observatory. She's buried in the data. But it's already out here in the world. I need to see how it adapts.
How what adapts? Stephen, try to explain.
Time's up. Lizzie, listen. Be ready. I need to go. It's moving again. I'll call you later.
Now, this is the first time, at least I have, heard about marks on bodies. And now it's on his face. Well, this is interesting. Shit keeps having, shit keeps getting more and more detailed here. And again, Steven, as far as I remember, is cheating on Kate, his wife, with Lizzie, his ex-wife, I think? And Wendy is her mother? If I'm remembering that correctly, I have to go back and rewatch it. Or replay it. I've gotten 2 trophies so far. One because I was walking backwards. And one because I was just standing there. I left the room idle, and when I happened to walk back, as I sat down, a trophy popped up for doing nothing, for just being idle. So, those are the only 2 trophies I've got. No story trophies have popped up at all. So, I kind of want to platinum this game, which I am now reading from people that there is a platinum. I kind of want to, but oh, there it is again. Hello. Is that the company's logo? I've seen that many, many times before this game. Is that this company's logo? I don't know. So like I said, I want to get the platinum on this, but I don't know, man. The game, I like it, but I don't at the same time. It's hard to explain. I don't know how to explain it. I hear a radio. Did I hear a radio? It's hard to explain. I want to platinum this game. At the same time, I don't, because I don't know. This game is just this walking. It's the walking. I love these types of games. I do. These are right up my alley. But it's the walking. It's the slow plodding. Even when I'm running, it's the slow plodding. And this run speed wouldn't be bad if this was the walking speed, and then there was another run. It also wouldn't be so bad if, you know, there was more you could explore and find. Yes, there's a bunch of buildings. Yes, you can go in many of them. But many of them are locked. And many of the rooms inside the buildings you can go in are locked. And there's just nothing in most of them. So I think there's a lot. I like the game, but it's hard to explain without sounding, you know, bitchy. But that's, you know, that's the risk you take, I guess. Here. See right back there? That flower that's moving? Looks like a person walking. That's the risk you take when, you know, you say you're going to review something. Hello. I think that mechanic's cool. You have to tilt the controller.
She's in an awful state, Stephen. I don't think
It'll be an
she'll...
adventure. It'll mean putting down roots here, maybe a family.
Are you sure she wants children? What, to stay here? It's not her place, you know.
Don't.
Wendy also doesn't like Kate.
I mean, she's ambitious, love, and she's, well, older. She's not going to want to stay cooped up at home looking after the kids.
Is that how you felt about me?
Oh, stop it, Stephen. That's not what I meant, and you know it. I'm just saying you should make a choice. If it's a family you want, well, you know how much Lizzie wants a family.
Jesus, Mum, I didn't come here for marriage guidance. I just asked what you thought about a fucking house.
Stephen Appleton language.
Oh, okay. So Wendy's Steven's mom, not Lizzie's.
Brilliant, extraordinary, wonderful person I've ever known.
That makes more sense. I should have remembered that.
The way she looks at things. It's like she has whole worlds inside her head. I don't think you or anyone really understands that.
Oh. Time has moved. So I guess this was a house that Steven was buying for him and Kate to live in. Certainly would be an adventure to clean this place up. If there's anything else inside the house. Probably not, since, you know, I don't think they moved in. I like their sinks. Now, I don't know if it's typical English sink, but in the game at least, I like the sinks. Small room here. I don't know what you would put in there. Okay. There's no light switches. Which I find odd, because, you know, this house is already built. See, this is what you could have done in each room. Just make that not usable. At least have a light switch in there. Oh well, it is what it is. When I talk about games, I typically focus on the nitpicky and derogatory things. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy the games that I'm playing. Especially when I'm talking about them openly like this. I feel that's what you should do. Personally, I feel that's what you should do. You should talk about what you like and what you don't like. And if what you don't like is more than what you like, well, that's what you're going to talk about. Can't go out to the roof. Thought maybe you could climb up. But again, I'm thinking of Dying Light. Idiot. And, you know, I mean, there is a lot I like about this game. But there still is a lot I don't. I guess I can't try to go in there. If there's anything in there, of course. It's pretty dark back there. Okay. Let's soldier on. Let us soldier on. Okay, here was the radio I heard. I am here. Okay. Now, ooh, look at all the Kleenex. Now, I've seen a lot of pictures like this, too. Going on holiday. Mummy, Daddy, me, Edward. I was writing these numbers down last night, or early this morning. I stopped.
Physical changes are evident. Although the butterfly burn is now faded, I can clearly see the change in my pores up close. As I record these words, I can feel myself hearing them as if for the first time, as if I'm both speaker and listener simultaneously. I am a scientist. I can only deal with the evidence I have. And this points in one simple direction. It's not in the observatory.
It's everywhere.
It's in me.
Oh, shit. So... Ooh. It's definitely a beat to get me to pay attention. So, here we go. Kate is married to Steven. Steven was married to Lizzie. Wendy is Steven's mom. Wendy does not like Kate because she's presumably black and older than Steven. But she says that's not the reason. But who knows? This is the 80s. Steven loves Kate, is married. Steven may also love Lizzie, unclear. Lizzie definitely loves Steven. Wendy wants Lizzie and Steven back together. Presumably, again, ex-wife Lizzie, Steven. I'm playing currently as Steven. There is marks that are left on the body. We find out Steven has when talking to Lizzie. We now find out that it looks like a butterfly, and it's a burn. And it may or may not heal. And this thing may not be out in the world, it may be inside everybody. So starting to piece some things together. I mean, that's all stuff that's happened recently. There's a lot of stuff before that, but still, some good knowledge to keep in mind. Okay, can't open that. Is there a telephone box somewhere? That sounds like one of the telephone boxes. Oh, there it is. Jesus Christ. How did I miss that? My TV's a little dark, so that's how.
Kate,
Blaming that.
can you hear me? Listen, old bunker at the substation. Just keep this band clear. If it's still alive, I'll try and check in every hour.
I love you.
Kate, I've convinced them to use the gas. I didn't know how else to stop it. I couldn't save them. Kate, it's in us, too.
Yep, there it is.
I've made arrangements for myself after the strike, after I finish the job.
Probably means I got a gun.
You need to think of that, too. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry about it all.
Now, does... Yep. Yeah, I'll go there in a minute. Don't worry, I'll go there in a minute. I wonder if that's Steven. Or Kate. Oh, I wonder if that's Kate. Anyway, I'm getting off what I was going to say here. Now, it seems as if the way he's talking, does he believe he started this? Or he did this? Or did he do this? Or is that even... Or am I reading too much into it? Now... Well, I was going to go that way, so thank you. I'm going to go that way. Something Whistler. Now... He constantly tells Kate he loves her. This is why I was saying, I love you, like he was going to say it. It seems like every time he's talking to Kate, he says, I love you. But she never says it back to him. I don't know what that's suggesting, or if it's just I'm reading too much into it. But maybe she doesn't love him, or, you know, maybe she does, but that's just the kind of person she is. She just doesn't say it as much. Or, you know, I can certainly understand that, of course. Or, you know, she's just so much into her work that she just doesn't think about it, even though she, you know, does love him. No, it's just one of those things that I think I'm reading too much into it. But in a game where they don't tell you anything and you have to figure this shit out all on your own, I think you have to read into everything. And that's certainly something you should be doing with everything. Whether you're right or wrong, that's besides the point. I think you need to read into everything. And then once they reveal something, you can go, oh, I was right, or oh, I was wrong. And not feel ashamed, because in this game you're literally supposed to figure it out for yourself. Until they decide to drop some knowledge on you. The 7th Whistler, that's what it was. Okay. The 7th Whistler. I think we should go inside. Actually, let's look over here first. Can I go in the basement? Butterfly. Disappeared. I understand that's probably a game. Ooh. That's a game specific to, because of the engine. You know, they just disappear. Many games do that. They'll have, you know, things like that, and they'll just disappear. But I wonder if that's specific to the story. That would be interesting. Like, you see the butterflies and the bees, and they just disappear. And then they reappear. Almost as if it's just replaying a scene. You know, almost as if it's just replaying the scene that happened when, you know, the world ended. That would be kind of cool. It's probably unlikely, but that would be kind of cool. I hear something. Definitely hear something. Oh, ring, ring. I'm here. Boy, this building, this pub has the exact same schedule as the other pub. I'm here for a curry and a pint. Ring, ring. It almost looks the same.
I don't. But thank you. You do. How are you settling in?
Nothing changes around here. I mean, it's great to be back. It still feels like home, I suppose. In a funny kind of way.
It's been a long time, Stephen. Last time you saw me, I could still walk properly.
You look pretty good to me.
Ooh.
Stop it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry about how things worked out.
Or didn't.
Or didn't, right.
Do you think you made a mistake leaving?
My mum tells me it's never too late to change things. To put things right.
Funny. It's just what she said to me the other day. I have been wondering what she meant by that.
That's embarrassing. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe I should go.
Why?
Stephen, we're both married. I don't think this is a good idea.
What isn't? We're just two old friends having a drink, that's all.
We're more than friends, though. So, she's married too. I don't remember that ever being revealed yet. And the way it's revealed here, I think that's obvious that they haven't revealed. Ring ring, I'm here for a pint. I'm here for the ale of the day. Did I just sit down? Am I sitting? Oh, I thought I was sitting down. See, that's what I mean. Like the cigarette. Presumably, it shouldn't still be smoking if this is way later. I mean, even this is days later, this shouldn't be going. But that's what I mean. Like, what if? Oh, what am I trying to say? What if, everything is stuck in this moment in time? Like, the cigarette will never go out. It will just continue to burn at the same length. The birds and the bees, or the bees and the dragonflies and butterflies they'll all just exist in this little tiny inconsequential movement. And that's why they reset. I mean, I wonder if that's the thing. That would be kind of cool. I really think that would be cool, but I don't think that's what happened. That would be kind of cool. I'm gonna have to replay this game. That's for sure. I need to know everything. I have to follow a guide, a couple weeks in once someone has it. Just so I can sit down and... Glass changed, it scared me. Just so I can, kind of get the lay of the land even better than when I'm gathering myself. Because I get the feeling, I can go behind this bar? I couldn't go behind the other one. Because I get the feeling that even when I beat the game, and I'm gonna beat the game, doesn't seem like a game where you couldn't beat it. It just seems like the type of game where you may not gather all the information. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like even though I beat this game, I'm not gonna be able to have known everything. I'm not gonna be able to figure out everything, and I want to know everything. Oh, I can't go out the front door. Okay. I'm here for a pint. Okay, bye. Let's go around. Did I go? I didn't go in these houses, did I? For fuck's sake, now I'm stuck. I don't think I went in these houses. Did I? I heard the phone ring. And then I went to it, but did I go in this? Oh no, this was locked. And then I heard the phone ringing, and I couldn't find it, and then bam, there it was. Okay. Darker. That's right, I didn't go in these houses yet. I gotta go this way. How do I get in here? Oh. Cell phone. On the mobile. Probably coming from in there. Go this way first. Oh, you guys remember those from the 80s and 90s? Those antennas? I do. You probably weren't even alive then. Damn kids. Okay, so I guess you can't get in the house. Okay. Well. Do I hear a dog barking? I need to turn my TV up. My TV very low last night and I wasn't hearing things. I thought I was hearing things and I wasn't. Turn my TV up, maybe. I can hear some things now. every time this comes by you, it is kind of scary. At least for me. It does feel a little scary. You just never know what it's gonna do. I mean, so far it's done nothing, but, you know, it won't. Hello?
No phones, you know the protocol. That doesn't matter now. It's figured out how to circumvent the telecommunications blackout. What? I didn't think it could. Kate understood. She saw how adaptable it was. How smart. Jesus Christ, you're talking about it like it's alive. You have to assume that everyone here is infected. We can't know that. We're infected. It's killed all the birds, and now it's in us. It's trying to leave the valley any way it can. The quarantine is not enough. You've got to remove the carriers. You've got to cut off its energy source, its food. I've already told you, Stephen, I'm not going to order an airstrike. You have to. Now it knows we're onto it. It's going to keep on spreading as fast as it can. The quarantine and blackout will hold it in check. They've cut all of the phones out of the valley, so it's only you communicating out now. You're listening. It's figured out ways around it. Radio waves, something. All of the lines are cut, but the phones are working anyway. You've done all the right things, but it's not enough. You've got to stop it before it adapts again. Stephen, my family, my wife and kids. You know perfectly well what you've got to do. I can't do it. Don't ask me to do it. You're asking me to sign their death warrant. My own family. Damn it, don't you think I'm aware of that? I'll still be here when you drop the fucking stuff. Don't you lecture me about sacrifice, you spineless little shit. If you're so full of ideas, you come here and try dealing with it. Tell them the time when we had a choice is over. Tell them to do it. You've got to do it now.
Now that conversation we had heard prior, or at least part of that that last part of the conversation we've heard before. What does this do? Still, same thing. Okay, I'm not listening to the numbers. Okay. So, that last part of the conversation we had heard before. We had been privy to that part before. And if not, he said basically the same words again, in almost the same cadence. It scared me. So, I don't know if they're repeating conversations on giving you more information. But Clive, I remember, he already agreed to drop the bombs at one point. So I used to have a TV just like this, by the way. So I guess clearly the conversations are jumping back and forth. They're not all in sequence. And I don't think I remember it being as clear prior that he was outside of the area. I thought he was in it as well. And I'm sure they explained that he wasn't, I just don't remember that. So that's why he's saying I'm signing my death warrant for my family, because they're here. And he's not. He's outside. He's the one on the outside who's able to give the order to drop the bombs. And see the bees. A lot of beehives in this village. So he's the one who can who can give the order. And I remember a conversation where Steven said I finally got him to agree to do it. Clearly, because you saw the bomb in the town center, the village center, whatever the hell you want to call it. So I guess I don't know what I guess. I guess we're gonna find out even more. I mean, we would have to. But I guess we're gonna find out even more that maybe it didn't work. Because I don't know how many bombs they would have to drop to cover this whole area. I've only seen one bomb. Did I come this way? No. I've only seen one bomb in the area. And it was one missile. No wheel. That was it. I don't necessarily know if that would take out these people. Maybe it would. I don't know what was in. I don't know how those bombs work, but it just seems almost as if there's so much going on, so much to take in, so much that doesn't get archived, and I'm not faulting the game for that. I'm just so much that you have to pay attention to understand. It's interesting. I'm not faulting the game for that whatsoever, but it is interesting. Was I already here? I don't think I was here. I don't think I was here.